Hello, lovely people, and hello, Wednesday. I'm Coy Wire. This is CNN 10. We got a big show today, not a lot of time to do it, so let's get to it. We start with the news that might be especially relevant if you use social media apps like Instagram and Facebook. To catch you up to speed, a federal lawsuit was filed last month against Meta, the social media giant that owns those apps. It accuses the company of harming minors and contributing to a mental health crisis in the U.S. And now a newly unsealed court document reveals some of the details of that lawsuit. It claims Meta knowingly refused to shut down accounts of users under the age of 13 and accuses the company of collecting children's personal information without their parents' consent. The unsealed complaint also alleges Meta knew its algorithm could steer children toward harmful content. Instagram's term of use does prohibit users under the age of 13, but attorney generals from 33 states argue Meta disabled only a fraction of the accounts reported to the company for violating this rule since 2019. Meta responded to the unsealed complaint by telling CNN, "We want teens to have safe, age-appropriate experiences online, and we have over 30 tools to support them and their parents." Now, the company says they spent a decade working on these issues and that they have hired people who have dedicated their careers to keeping young people safe and supported online, adding, quote, "The complaint mischaracterizes our work using selective quotes and cherry-picked documents," unquote. So what do you think? Do you think these lawsuits might help protect younger social media users? And what would your proposed solution be to make these platforms safe for all to use? Our next story is about finding the light at the end of the tunnel, and I mean literally. 41 workers were successfully rescued Tuesday after spending 17 days trapped inside a collapsed tunnel under the Himalayas. The workers were able to survive after a 173-foot pipe was inserted through the debris to provide them with food, water, and oxygen. It took weeks to drill an escape route through the mountain, with rescue workers digging the last 2 meters by hand to reach the trapped people. Eventually, though, the group emerged safely to the relief of families gathered around the tunnel exit. Officials say the workers appear to be in good health despite the ordeal. What an impressive example of patience and resilience. All right, another big story this week on the artificial intelligence front. Remember yesterday we mentioned that the word of the year for 2023 is authentic. Well, one company is being accused of being not authentic. Sports Illustrated deleted several articles from its website after a report by Futurism found they were written under fake author names that used profile images generated by AI. Confused about how something like this could happen at this longtime magazine? Well, a spokesperson for the Arena Group, which operates Sports Illustrated, claims the now deleted product reviews were created by a third-party company called Advan Commerce. The spokesperson says they were assured that all the articles in question were written by humans using pseudonyms. Even so, the group says it has ended their partnership with Advan and are conducting an internal investigation into what happened. Advan has not responded to CNN's request for comment. Now, pop quiz, hotshot. 10-second trivia. What animal has the U.S. Centers for Disease and Control Prevention dubbed the world's deadliest? Poison dart frog, Komodo dragon, black widow spider, or mosquitoes? Mosquitoes are the world's deadliest animal because they spread diseases like malaria and West Nile virus, causing hundreds of thousands of deaths worldwide each year. Call to Earth Day 2023 is focusing on how our actions, particularly in cities, can affect wild and remote regions. Today, we head to Hawaii, where the race is on to save a native forest bird from a formidable foe that has decimated their population.
High up on a plateau in the middle of the Hawaiian island of Kauai, a team of researchers carefully transports some extremely precious cargo.
Got it.
I have good footing here. Me too.
You did it!
Did it!
They've spent 3 days in this remote and rain-soaked expanse of jungle looking for something very specific and very small. The egg of one of the world's most critically endangered species, a Hawaiian honeycreeper known as the akikiki, found nowhere else on Earth but here.
You're going to be just trying to collect them and bring them in to a captive flock, just because the assumption is that all of these birds are about to go extinct.
According to the Hawaiian Department of Land and Natural Resources, there are only 5 of the species left in the wild.
The current state of akikiki is pretty bad right now. We do have about 50 akikiki in human care at our 2 centers in Hawaii. And we do know that this past breeding season, there were no surviving chicks in the wild.
Hannah Bailey manages the Keahau Bird Conservation Center on the island of Hawaii. The center serves as a Noah's Ark of sorts for the akikiki.
Our mission is to provide safe haven populations of the species that are in peril so that when the environment is right for them to survive long term, we'll be able to re-release them.
Hannah says the current state of all of Hawaii's forest birds is dire, due in part to the usual culprits like habitat loss, but a newer and more deadly menace has emerged.
The biggest threat right now to Hawaii's endangered birds is mosquitoes, because they carry avian malaria, which the birds have no resistance to.
According to the American Bird Conservancy, climate change has enabled non-native mosquitoes to find their way to Kauai's highest elevations, the akikiki's last refuge in the wild.
This is a portable brooder box that we can also use to incubate eggs. And it helps us transfer eggs from one location to another that have been incubated safely so that they will continue to grow and develop. We need to have landscape level solutions to the mosquito problems. And in doing this, the state and many other partners have worked with people that have studied malaria around the world. And so they're researching different solutions in malaria control, specifically ones that impact the mosquitoes without impacting the remainder of the environment.
In the meantime, keeping the birds in centers like this one, where enclosures are designed to mimic their natural habitat, but protected from mosquitoes, and where human interaction is strictly limited to discourage imprinting, a process where animals lose their natural behavior. These may very well be an entire species' last chance at survival.
So KBCC, along with San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, has been working really hard, especially this last spring, in saving the remaining akikiki in the wild. So our next step for these populations is continuing to grow the populations so that they have strong genetic diversity and a strong population to go back to their native habitat.
Today's story getting a 10 out of 10, NBA superstar LeBron James becoming the NBA's all-time leader in minutes played, surpassing the 66,300 minute mark, set by the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You'd think that playing all those minutes at that level would be enervating, but LeBron, who turns 39 next month, playing in his 21st NBA season, is still going strong. So what's the secret? LeBron has said that one thing is sleep. He gets at least 8 hours each night, sometimes 10, and if he doesn't, he'll nap for a couple of hours. So naps are good. Just try not to nap in class. All right, superstars, big congrats to James at Digital Media Arts and Communications at Monroe One in Fairport, New York, who submitted today's hashtag Your Word Wednesday winner. Enervate, a verb meaning to cause someone to feel drained of energy or vitality or weaken. Awesome job. All right, thanks for being with us today. Shout out time now. Rachel Carson Middle School in Fairfax County, Virginia, rise up. Panthers, keep on shining. And special shout out to our international audience, Montcalm Secondary School in the city of London in the Ontario province of Canada. You rock. Go on, Cougars. Thanks for watching us today, and thanks for subscribing to our CNN 10 YouTube channel and for all your lovely comments. I'm Coy Wire, and we are CNN 10.